Today we're installing the world's loudest exhaust system on my V10 manual BMW M5.
Jump factory exhaust off the M5 so we can install and debut the world's first, loudest, and most exotic sounding exhaust of all time.
Unbelievably loud. This V10 M5 was sitting, unused, and abandoned for nearly 6 years, with a rotted exterior, clapped interior condition, seized brake system, and an engine that was on the verge of exploding. So we cleaned, restored, and replaced everything, including brand new rod bearings, Vanos components, brand new brakes, and even some modifications, all in 24 hours. And after a lot of time and money, this M5 is ready to be built and spoiled with some insane modifications.
When most people buy a BMW and start modifying their car, they start with the small thing, then work their way up, like window tint, a trunk spoiler, an engine tune, or even suspension. Even though the E60 M5 comes with the Formula One inspired high-revving V10 engine, it's not the engine that's the problem, it's the exhaust. When the engine combusts, the fumes have to exit through the catalytic converters, resonators, and then the mufflers. All of these sections drastically reduce the exhaust sound and engine performance, which every car has to deal with. But the problem with the E60 M5 is BMW decided to add 4 gigantic mufflers and a large resonator, which not only makes the car super quiet and tame, but also adds a bunch of unnecessary weight and reduced performance. So for the E60 M5, the most appropriate first modification has to be the exhaust system.
We have our demonstrator Chanel, who's going to show us what it sounds like stock. How do you think it sounds, Mars? It sounds good? It sounds good?
It sounds like a naturally aspirated V10, but it's not nearly as loud as I want it to be. And just wait till you hear how it sounds while driving. I can hear the force more than the V10. It's a naturally aspirated V10. That 400 engine, I need to be able to hear it. So that is the number one and the most important problem we're going to fix in today's video. Downshift sounds so good. Oh my god. That's 8,000. Not only is there the sound aspect, but you've got the performance, man. It just feels like this engine is being restricted by the stock exhaust. I need more power too. Sounds good, but it's quiet. So this will be our last time seeing this car as a bone stock E60 M5, especially the rear end on this car is going to change a lot in today's video. So we might as well enjoy it as it is before we start modifying the car and get on with the dream build. You can see we parked up next to a GT3. There's also a nice G80 M3 comp right there as well. But let's go check out some of the other cars that are at this event.
Yeah, I'm so fresh like the morning, mouth wide open like they yawning. Every time they see me, they in G-Shock. Homie, this is too far. Homie, I feel too alive. You can see me like Illuminati. You can see me like Illuminati. But I'm shining so bright, so bright. Don't come and try to share some of this light, no. Give me a beat and I control it like a maestro. Ladies on a mission, they be trying to get me wiped up. Shawty, wait a minute, can't tell if I like ya. Gotta make sure you know how to shake it like a bartender. Team with me and they all winners. And you know we ballin' all winter, all summer. Jewelry around my neck is lightning, but I'm all thunder. Keep coming with it.
When it's time to leave car events like these, you never know what's going to happen. It's very important to keep yourself safe. And thanks to the sponsor of today's video, the Red Tiger F17 Elite is the best way to do that. I've been using F17 Elite mainly in our G82 for well over a year, and this dash cam is absolutely incredible. And this is especially great if you're thinking about making some fun content for social media, because as soon as we open up the box, you'll see the main camera, which is a dual facing camera. The front shoots in 4K, and the cockpit camera shoots in 1080p. And the third camera, the
The rear facing camera shoots in 2.5K.
And for a super quick install, place the main camera on the front windshield, adjust both camera angles, then plug in the included USB cable from the cigarette lighter to the main camera. Next, take the rear camera and place it on the rear windshield, then plug it in to the main camera. The F17 Elite will then fire right up and you'll see all 3 camera angles, which is amazing for any scenario. Also features a fully functional touchscreen display that makes accessing features like built-in Wi-Fi and voice command super easy. The F17 Elite is known for being the world's first dash cam to feature full color night vision. I mean, just look at how crisp the interior of the G82 looks at night with every detail captured. In the daytime is even better, especially when you need to capture important details like street signs, license plate numbers, or even a vehicle's make, model, or paint color.
So if you guys are interested in getting yourself or loved one a Red Tiger dash cam, I'll leave all links in the description. Be sure to keep an eye out for any discount codes to save yourself or loved one some money. But with that being said, let's figure out the best way to go about this exhaust install. There are 3 ways most people go about this, and in the past, I've done all 3. Option number 1, the most popular and the cheapest option, a muffler or resonator delete. This is done by removing a section of the exhaust and welding in a straight pipe replacement. Since most E60 M5 owners spend all their money on maintenance, there is little to no budget for a proper exhaust, making this the only real option for most, costing as low as $300. Downsides are, it has to be done locally, and you risk quality and a potential exhaust leak, which no V10 deserves. Then there's option number 2, fabricating a custom exhaust at a local shop. If you're able to find the right shop, this option is great because you can customize exactly how you want the exhaust done and which materials to use. I did my E39 M5, I paired an aftermarket X pipe with a handmade axle back with the highest grade stainless steel, and the results were absolutely insane. However, this job is more expensive than a muffler delete since it is time consuming, labor intensive, and you still risk quality and potential exhaust leaks. My axle back on the E39 was about $700, and with X-Pipe all in at $1,200. And lastly, there's option number 3, ordering a full exhaust system. This is by far the best option because in most cases, this is a plug and play solution. No welding, no exhaust leaks, quick installations, and an incredible exhaust note. We did a full titanium exhaust on my G82 M4 and a full stainless system on my F82 M4, and both of them sound ridiculous. But there are downsides because when you go to order a full exhaust for any car, the price can be shocking.
But for this build, a V10 manual M5, arguably one of the best engines BMW has ever created, and they're never going to create it again, we need the best for the best. And in order to do that, we need GT House MEISTERSCHAFT in the chat, especially when we look at how this YouTube channel started. When I was 19 years old and I bought that E39 M5, a month later, my brother David bought an E63 M6 Coupe. Then my brother James, a month after that, bought an E92 M3 manual. And all 3 of us put a muffler delete on all 3 of our cars, and we just thought it was insane until we met Mike. Mike owned an exotic car dealership out in Detroit. He had Lamborghinis, Ferraris, McLarens, but his favorite car to drive was an E63 M6 V10. He contacted us. He said, bring all 3 of your M cars to Detroit. We're gonna cruise Woodward. I'm gonna bring out my M6. It had like 25,000 miles in the car. He would never take it out in the rain. He was super meticulous about this car. And he just put that MEISTERSCHAFT exhaust system on it. We filmed one of the first videos on this YouTube channel, and that night changed my life because not only did we start filming videos, but we got to hear one of the best sounding cars to ever exist to this day. I mean, he was doing everything from full-blown flybys, downshifts, and we even did a few races with Dave's E63 M6 too. So it's 2 M6 going back at it. But also, that video went viral. It was focusing strictly on the MEISTERSCHAFT. I think we had MEISTERSCHAFT in the title, and it was just a MEISTERSCHAFT night. So at that time, there was a viral video going around the internet, and if you look up E60 M5 on YouTube, you'll get the video. And it's got almost 2 million views, which back then was unheard of. Now this is the part that everybody remembers right here. God. I was 13 years old. I remember being on the couch with my dad, and he showed us this video. That put the love of MEISTERSCHAFT in my heart and soul. It's never left ever since, and we've had the opportunity to work with them on a professional level. They invited us out to their full facility out in Chicago, and that's where we got to see how these exhaust systems are made, how they squeeze every little horsepower out of these systems. It's literally the best exhaust company in the game. Once you see the full scale of what they're doing, how they do it, the processes they take, even some of the secrets they have that they share with us that I probably shouldn't be telling you guys. The bad news is they don't have the mid pipes in stock. They have the axle back system, the same system from the video, but they don't have the mid pipes. And as you can see, the axle back is here. And we also have good news. We were able to find the mid pipes for this car. So we're on the way to the shop. We have all the parts needed and some extra goodies to install. Let's get this installed and started.
Writing in the margins of my mind all day, sipping herbal in the morning just to feel okay. Had a dream I was water just flowing through space, till I landed on the record that my grandma would play. Talk sweet like jazz in the park after rain. What the grass smell green and the air feels sane. Put the phone on mute, let the silence explain. I don't need much, just a book in the brain. Used to chase things that were run from me. Now I sit still, let the peace come free. Paint a verse in the sky with a loose leaf. While the moon do a dance with a soft oak tree. Let it ride, let it be what it be. Got a breeze in my chest and a thought run free. I don't rush, I don't race, I just float on three. Got a vibe.
We made it back to Euro Round, part 2.
What's going on, Emma? Good to see you.
Good seeing you too, bro.
We're gonna give it a good old sound check for the last time, right?
Let's do it.
This is the last time that we'll hear the stock E60 M. Oh, it's just so quiet. That's boring.
Yeah. She needs some character.
So now it's time to change that. And we got the full exhaust laid out here in the shop. A custom mid pipe, which is technically a double X pipe from Jan Ristic. So huge thanks to them. They specialize in making very exotic sounding variations of European, but specifically BMW M cars exhaust. Recently they came out with a G80 exhaust that has completely changed how it sounds. A lot of people think it sounds kind of like an R35 GTR. They recently came out with this double X pipe design. And what this section right here will do is make the exhaust radiate at a higher tone, higher pitch sound. And then that is obviously paired with the MEISTERSCHAFT iconic exhaust, the axle back. This is the valve system. You can just see, man, they literally are the best in the game when it comes to their welding, the type of steel that they use. It's just overall the best possible exhaust system you can get for the E60 M5, and also creates one of the best tone. No more resonators, no more secondary cats. This is going to control the sound of the pitch, and then this is the last piece of metal before the sound releases out the exhaust. So it's going to keep that super crisp, exotic, and rich tone coming out the MEISTERSCHAFT, but with the Jan Ristic sound from that double X pipe. So the only problem with this exhaust system is that they're from 2 different companies and it hasn't been done before. So because this is a MEISTERSCHAFT axle back and a Jan Ristic mid pipe section, there might have to be some custom fabrication involved. But what I'm hoping is that we can pretty much either just cut here on the axle back or cut here on the mid pipes. Either way, it's going to require just a little bit of finesse to get this thing to fit. But once it's fitted, I cannot wait to hear what this thing's going to sound like. And then we'll also be installing some undertrays from EPM. And these things are full aluminum. And since we did the rod bearings, the undertray is kind of trash. The plastic, a lot of the bolts are missing, and it could use a swap. So this is kind of perfect while we're doing this. So really underneath the car is going to look way different after all these installations. So let's go ahead and get started. 4 giant mufflers in the back is crazy. Old looking pipes, resonators, secondary cats. I mean, everything is restricting this V10 engine immensely. See, those were the headers. These are those under trays that we can get rid of. So it'd be nice to swap this out. But then you can see these are the bolts to the exhaust. So
So theoretically, we should be able to take this thing off in one giant piece.
Making the install process a lot easier for us.
Feel like your back is healed from the last project, the rod bearings?
Yeah.
No more sore muscles or anything like that?
No, we had a lot of time to recover after that one. This one should be a piece of cake job.
Put it to the backbreaker.
Yeah.
What?
All the mounting points. That's why you're missing like half your screws, because none of these do anything anymore.
That's pretty much due to age, right?
Yeah, like I'm a mechanic. I always see almost every like old BMW has this problem, especially with the M5s. This cover, no one replaces it. This one's actually one of the better ones I've seen.
The under tray is coming off, and we can now focus on removing all of the brackets, mounts, and hangers that make the exhaust system stable. There's only a few bolts that actually hold this exhaust system to the engine, and the removal should be super easy.
Take out the back hangers, leave these two on, and then we're gonna have to take it all out together.
Man, I gotta start stretching now, huh?
Yeah, gotta put the gloves on.
Whew. All right.
If I had to guess, this exhaust system weighs anywhere from 170 to 200 plus pounds. It's also a very large and awkward piece of metal. Even though we won't ever need this exhaust system again, dropping this exhaust in the wrong way could result in broken feet or hurt egos, so we need to lock in here.
Bring it down.
Damn, look at the size of these things though, man. Got that exhaust out the way. The mufflers are just way too big. It's also going to save a lot of weight on the E60 and 5. Just these things alone. Resonator, and look at the size of these secondary cats.
If I had to guess, this exhaust is probably at least 160, 170 pounds. So we're just gonna say a couple 100 pounds. So the new exhaust system, I imagine we're gonna save maybe 100, give or take.
Most of that weight is just in this back section right here. But then underneath here, nice and empty. And we can see the headers, but you can also see the honeycomb material they use. That's a lot of material. That's still a lot of restriction left on this exhaust. So we'll have to come back, do the headers later. But for now, it's time to fit the new parts.
Now it's time for the actual installation. If this were a normal exhaust, all we would have to do is attach the pipes and the bolts, done. But since this is a one-off exhaust, we decided to fit the mid-pipes first, including that gorgeous double X pipe, to see how the Jan-ristic exhaust lines up. So far, the exhaust fits perfectly, but we did run into our first problem.
Because the face of this exhaust part is thinner than the stock one, it's hitting up against this, and that's not an issue on this side because this can rotate. Well, now it's tight, but this back piece can rotate, but on the driver's side it's welded onto the stock header, so it's hitting this thing, the bolt. It's too long.
So what Emmett needs to do is shave the bolt so it clears that nut on the header. This will ensure the section 1 exhaust pipe has absolutely no leaks for the best sound and performance.
Yeah, quick trim, little light fix. You could probably swap out these bolts like for shorter ones, or you could add a washer. That can also be a thing to like extend the bolt this way, so that you don't have to trim it, but now there's a lot of clearance, so you could just easily tighten it. You don't have to add any parts. So you see in the bottom thing, it's curved. You have to make sure that's sitting the right way. You have to make sure that this isn't sideways. So it has to be exactly like this when you install it. You can bring it down so you can see it better. Sometimes these rotate in shipping of the exhaust, and then people forget to like fix that, and then it makes an air leak on their exhaust.
Now we're in the clear to start tightening the mid-pipes and install the rest of this insane exhaust system. Next, the section 2 mid-pipes can go in, and we found that all the pipes from Jan-ristic are lining up perfect with no issues at all. Now we can pick up and attach the centerpiece of this exhaust, the MEISTERSCHAFT axle back. This will be a loose install since we need to see exactly how both companies' exhausts line up together, and with our luck, the fabrication required appears to be way easier than we initially thought.
Just cut their welds and then brush it off, you know what I mean? And then just have this slide-on clamp on. Looks like they maybe designed it for stock size and then added that to fit their
So
buffers.
yeah, I guess this would just slide right over that, right?
Yeah, like,
So that way we don't have to cut
yeah.
this pretty ass.
Exactly, yeah. And then you can easily use this as a guiding point. So we can just sand this down and see how it is. But first I want to pull it off and inspect the inside, see if that'll be doable. Because I don't know if this is too kinked under here. And also another advantage of this will be that we don't have to use that dual clamp style, so any less clamps is less places to leak air from. It's just a straight pipe through there. Sand this off carefully and then just separate these pieces.
This means things are looking very clear and promising. Emin is breaking out the pipe holder where he'll begin to remove the elbow section. With a little help from me, he can start sanding down the area where he'll begin to cut through to ensure a smooth slice.
I was trying to make this as long as possible so we can slide it in more into this part.
And just like that, that's one macaroni looking pipe gone.
And then we have to get this collar off because it's too big for that other piece to slide into. We have cleaned this surface. I don't want to take it down anymore, but that's smooth. You can just see. So we gained about 1 centimeter by doing that. It's safer for less air leaks. We could have just cut it, but we just did a bunch of work to look like we didn't do any work at all.
Nice. We have the passenger side axle back, the full exhaust system fully installed, and look how perfect it lines up. Just with that simple fabrication. Look right here, it's almost perfectly flush. And then keep in mind these tips, once they're bolted in, they're gonna raise the exhaust just a little bit more, but that is a great fitment. It's looking insane. It's especially crazy since this axle back has been sitting in my living room for almost 3 months now, just ready to get put on. We've been trying to source mid pipes. It's just such an iconic look and even better sound. I cannot wait to get this thing on the ground so you can finally hear it.
This moment right here makes me love what I do. Months of planning, and finally, this one-of-one exhaust system is fully installed and looks absolutely amazing. The MEISTERSCHAFT tips fit perfect and look like jewelry. This M5's rear end has just improved dramatically.
Honestly, very straightforward, very easy. Really surprised after working years with like different exhausts. Pretty good stuff with this one.
The last thing we need to do is install the valve controller, which will allow us to make the exhaust super loud and super quiet just by a click of a button. BMW M puts their batteries directly in the middle of the trunk for a perfect 50-50 weight distribution, and we need to remove it to install this controller and plan how to route the vacuum hoses.
An extra step involved with this valve controller, probably because when they made this exhaust, the tech that they had around for the valve system was a little bit older. Instead of using an electronic valve, they went with the vacuum. It's nice GT house, includes nice instructions, thorough instructions on how to do so, but this means is Emma's gonna have to tap in to a vacuum line in the front engine bay, and then it's gonna have to get ran all the way to the back valves. And then the module you can see right here. That should be it.
We're gonna mount this like better.
Okay.
But for now, I'm just leaving it loose so
Okay.
we can test it. But we're gonna do a first start, see how it is,
Yeah.
so you can hear it.
Do the honors.
It's still cold, but it's much louder.
Should have gotten really heavy. That sounds good.
That's open or closed?
Things were going great up to this point, but we ran into another problem.
Something's wrong. I don't think it's functioning.
When Emin clicked the buttons on the remote, nothing would happen. And after looking in the trunk, the controller had power, but Emin quickly realized we needed to change the vacuum source to the brake booster.
So you basically have to tap into the brake.
Double check right now to see if the brake is okay, do test drive, and then yeah. But I would recommend find a different way if possible. Like ideally, you don't want to tap into your brakes. Like I wouldn't recommend to do this. Good. Might be open. Yeah. Okay, so right now, do you want me to do a rev close or open?
Let's start close.
Okay.
Oh, that's loud. That's closed, by the way. Bro, that sounds insane, man.
Bro, it's absolutely insane.
That actually hurt.
It's so much more high than I thought it would be.
Yeah, well, it works.
Yeah.
Oh, I like a lot.
Just have to round it clean because I don't know if you like this look or not.
No, I guess we could tape it to the roof.
Yeah. It looks kind of sporty, I don't know. It's unbelievably loud.
Oh, I cannot wait to drive this. I cannot wait to drive this. Huge thanks to Emin at Euro Realm for taking the proper steps for any installation job we bring his way. And with this exhaust 100% done, the cherry on top would be the NPM undertrays. These undertrays are full aluminum and are very affordable compared to OEM. And most of the mounting points fit right in very easily despite this car having 100,000 miles. The undertrays are in, the full front end, but also the transmission undertray too. And with a little bit of finesse, we got everything to fit in nice and snug. Now if we look at the whole underneath of the car, compared to before this installation, everything is looking brand new, way fancier, way better. But this is going to be super nice and durable, bulletproof from any kind of road debris or anything like that. It's a lot more protective for all the internals. I mean, look at that, super nice. So huge shout out to EPM. And now we got the exhaust, we're good to go. This next day, this is what she sounds like. RPM. Dude, it's so high pitched. It's so high pitched. All right, this is valves open. We're just cruising. We got to hear what it sounds like valves open first. Wow, look in front of us too. This is a gorgeous day to film. Oh, she's crackling too. This is by far the best sounding car I have ever owned. By far. crackling too. It's crackling. Here she is, back in the garage. I want to give you huge thanks to GT House for blessing this car with the world's finest exhaust system. Also, Jan Ristic, last minute mid-pipe solution, but also that double X pipe for sure makes this car sound way more higher pitched. But more importantly, huge thanks to Emin at Eurorealm. This guy's in his mid-20s, absolutely killing it, and is so good at what he does. After almost 10 years of doing these YouTube videos, and all these crazy exhaust systems and maintenance, he's got to be one of the best I've ever seen to do it with anything he does. Just the processes he takes, he makes sure he gets the job done right and correctly, so you never have to keep going back to him like a lot of other mechanics out there. So if you guys need somebody to work on your car, whether it's a non-M car, a European car, but especially crazy M cars like this, the V10s, V8s, inline 6, anything, make sure you take it over to Eurorealm out here in Southern California, and especially for specific jobs like rod bearings and stuff like that. Consider shipping your car to him because they specialize in building motors and getting your car done right. And also huge thanks to EPM out in Michigan for sending out those undertrays. So now underneath the car is fully complete. This thing is still looking clean, understated, but we definitely have an enhancement on the exhaust on here. Now that the exhaust sound is nailed perfect, we still have the headers to go. So there's still primary cats in this car. It's still restricting this car a lot, especially horsepower. You can get like anywhere from 30 to 50 plus horsepower just from the headers alone. But then also we got to dial in the aesthetic of the car. We are going to change the color. We have wheels on the way. We got to dial in how the car drives in the canyons, the suspension, and the interior. We have seats in mind. So I need you guys to stay tuned because we have a lot more to do with this car. We're really just getting started, and I cannot wait to show you guys what we have next. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.